All right, hey there, my friends. What is going on? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder of Bitcoin's Walls Club, and today I want to discuss what is going on with Bitcoin and talk about the price action, where we're seeing Bitcoin, what I'm seeing in the charts, where it's most likely to go, as well as discuss some of the news surrounding Bitcoin overall and the general market sentiment as we are seeing it right now. So welcome to Today in Crypto show. It's very exciting times to be alive, and I believe this year 2019 will be the last year to accumulate Bitcoin cheap, as we are really ready in this bull cycle as started in the beginning of 2019 to go to a whole another level. So we'll discuss some short-term scenarios for Bitcoin as well as long-term. I believe Bitcoin will absolutely crush the $20,000 level and potentially reach all the way to $100,000, touching that in the next 2 years. So this is really interesting times, and Bitcoin dominance, let's start with that, is getting higher and higher with each week, and right now standing at about 68%, which is amazing, guys. We are 68.3%. We're getting closer to the all-time highs for Bitcoin, which was in the bull run grand finale in 2017. We saw Bitcoin dominance 85%. It is not really the altcoin seasons right now. The altcoins are dropping, and people who are holding altcoins have been losing money in this market, and a lot of money, a lot of funds is being put into the Bitcoin market. So let's take a look at the charts. What we are seeing right now, tremendous rise over the last week of touching 12,200, almost $400 here, a rise of over $2,000 in a single week. And we are definitely in the uptrend right now. Since February, we are in this uptrend, and locally we are having some corrections along the way, which is very natural. What we are seeing right now on a daily time frame is we have multiple touch points creating some lower highs, and we have not been able to break through this descending trend line that we are seeing right now, and possibly if we're going to consolidate in this area and form a descending triangle, we might break to the downside. However, it is not a likely scenario in my opinion. If we're going to do like this, okay, that's one scenario, but more likely for me what's going to happen is a scenario of this nature, where we're going to break above this and go higher. Okay, we are not in the overbought territory right now yet, but macro level we are still going to be testing the local high of this $14,000, and the next target that a lot of traders agree on is the $16,000 mark, which will be a very nice break above this local high and create additional gains for Bitcoin holders. So this is what is going on in the charts right now for Bitcoin. We have quite a volatility right now, which is amazing for people who are trading for bots. We're seeing swings of down. This was like down $4,000, it's up $2,000. We see major swings up and down, and this of course how the money is being created in trading. As much as we're seeing this type of volatility, money is being made via trading. So we are definitely in the positive bull trend. We have several factors that are increasing right now, working in our favor. Why such a sharp move yet again, and what we can expect in the future? If you're taking a look at the global economic level, the global economic uncertainty that is right now in the entire world, as Trump, for example, escalated with tariffs, and China decided to retaliate back with their currency, deflating the currency, and we have the Dow Jones crashed nearly 800 points because China decided to stop importing U.S. farming goods. So we have this going on in the background. We are seeing companies lose revenue and cut wages and fire people. Consumers cut down spending. Debt crushes people. We have $14 trillion of negative yielding bonds from Europe and Japan. When you're seeing investors who are willing to invest at bonds with negative yields, they know they're going to lose money if they hold the debt to maturity, and we have more increase of these bonds, negative yielding bonds. You know that people are looking for alternatives. People need alternatives, and Bitcoin is a great alternative to gold, and a lot of money is being actually looking to find a way out from China and from all over the world. Okay, so we have Bitcoin, which is a secure, private, and not controlled by any financial institution. So I agree with my friend from the Crypto Insiders. Bitcoin is ready to go up to the moon, and this is just the beginning. We have pinpointed this move very nicely in our alerts inside our crypto trading group. We have set a long position, which is so far doing about 87% profits on our position. We are holding a long from $9,700 over here, and we are not rushing to cash out the profits yet, because I do anticipate from here another breakup to the above. Okay, and this is all in the shorter term. Now, among the global situation with Libra, with the Facebook Libra is definitely poised to have a lot of users, increase adoption from the backed. This project by ICE is coming in a very near future. That was said in August 1st. There have been many delays, of course. They initially intended to launch it back in December 2018, but you know, they've been delaying. But they have already, when they're going to launch, they have already competition from TD Ameritrade backed Aries X, also planning to launch physically settled Bitcoin future contracts, and Ledger X announced Wednesday that it had already gone live with the product. Okay, so we definitely see, guys, some a lot of infrastructure is being built for Bitcoin, for the institutions. The big institutional money has not yet come into the space. And as I said before, these physically settled Bitcoin futures is going to be huge demand for Bitcoin, as there are going to be immediately demand for buying the Bitcoin directly from the exchanges, and that will that's on a large scale. And I believe this year 2019 is the last chance that you can accumulate Bitcoin, even though cheaply, even though we are already at 4 times the value since February 2019. We have seen an incredible rise already in the price of Bitcoin, but the next wave is going to be even bigger, in my opinion, than what we have seen last time, which peaked at $20,000 at the at December 2017. So we are almost 2 years after this event, okay, and we are ready for the next bull cycle. And a lot of the factors, macroeconomically, in my opinion, and from the fundamental standpoint, is definitely geared toward Bitcoin going to higher places. We are definitely on the uptrend right now. As Mark Kaiser says, predicts Bitcoin dominance, deaths of altcoin, and hard forks. And he sees Bitcoin dominance, which is currently at 68.2%, heading to 80% as alts die in favor of BTC. I don't think personally that altcoins are going to die. That's not the case, but Bitcoin has been shown as the strongest currency of all, and it currently holds a large portion of the entire crypto market. If you take a look at the coin market capitalization of all of the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin at about $210 billion out of the $306 billion, right? Which is, you know, a dominance of almost 70% is in favor of Bitcoin. So this is the time to accumulate as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. Now, a little mention about Binance. If you are worried about some leaks and people are saying there was a KYC hacker attack on Binance. This is old news, and you don't need to worry about it. It's when exchange like Binance, which is the best and the biggest in the world, is facing a lot of people who are trying to get it set back in some way, shape or form. So you don't need to worry about that. They have a great management that are looking to expand into London. If you're using Binance Exchange, they're great exchange, highly recommended. Actually, 40% of the funds that are being traded inside the cloud token system is being traded on Binance Exchange, right? So that should tell you something, that Binance is the largest exchange by far and the strongest, and they do have what is called a SAFU. It's a fund to safeguard users in case something happens, in case there will be a hack of some sort. They will reimburse the users. They do have they deposit 10% of their profits to this occasion. Okay, 10% of their profit, which is $100 million in quarter. It's called a SAFU, a secure asset funds for users. 10% of the company's $100 million in quarterly revenues goes to safeguard the users. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Be positive in the Bitcoin space, and hopefully you are generating gains on a consistent basis, and you are seeing profits with Bitcoin and on your Bitcoin, that you're accumulating Bitcoin, and the projects that we have inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club really designed to help you guys accumulate as much BTC as possible towards what we are going to see over the coming months and the coming years with Bitcoin, which is just going to get stronger and stronger. So take advantage of the projects. Also join us today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Crypto Trading Millionaire Coaching. At 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to discuss and dissect the markets, volume trade analysis. We're going to talk about what we are seeing the charts right now. We'll discuss positions and how to really take advantage in the best ways. Of course, we do have signals that you can follow on Telegram and also trade yourself with your own money. And you can also take advantage of our projects inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club to really help you accumulate more Bitcoin. That's the bottom line. That's the goal. You want to accumulate more Bitcoin, and you want to, if there is a coin that makes sense that you want to hold, then definitely you can hold a portion of it, but also take profits and put it into Bitcoin. So let's have a great day and a great week. I'll update you about new developments that we are working right now on the cloud token system, and lots of good stuff is coming in the near future, and looking forward to share with you about all of it, and talk to you soon.